Hey gang, how are you? Thanks for this. Here's the news. I've signed a new contract with The Late Late Show. And it will be my last contract that I sign as the host of this show. And the show will stop in a year's time. There's too many things to say. There's too many things I'd like to say. There's too much love for it all.
As we come to the end of it, I am unbelievably sad that it's coming to an end, but also full of understanding why the time might be right to bring it to a close, and just thankful for the amazing times we've all had.
It's sad. I'm sad the show's ending. It's been such a great experience, and it's such a wonderful group of people.
I'm so proud of all the work we've done here, and I'm like impressed by James to like walk away and move on, because it's not easy to do.
I've always known that one day I will be stood here for the last time.
I think all good things need to come to an end, that if you go on forever, you lose what makes you special. It's very rare in television that you get to call your own shots. And I think it's really amazing that James, he's gonna go, no, that's it. I've done my time.
Gratitude is the word that comes across first. You know, eventually I think you'll think about the legacy that we've left in late night, which is, 70 years worth of television, and like this show's gonna stand out.
That phrase in The Late Late Show won't exist on CBS anymore. It is a franchise that's been around for 30 years.
It's always sad to wind down a franchise, and even though it's ending, I think that it deserves its spot in the history of the format.
The Late Late Show, starring Tom Snyder.
Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
This is The Late Late Show, roll the title!
28 years ago, I was at the very first Late Late Show with Tom Snyder, and now I will be at the last Late Late Show with James Corden.
Tim has directed every single episode of The Late Late Show. Got an AD job with Tom Snyder, was AD for Craig Kilborn, then became director of Craig Ferguson, and is now the director of this show right now.
I feel so fortunate to have been on this show for so long. I mean, I've put 28 years into this show and started at the bottom, and now to be fortunate enough to direct the show and to spend the last 8 years with the most talented people.
The people here, the environment that's been created is far greater than anything we have ever put on screen.
This is a real family unit of people who really love working here. They love each other. It's a really beautiful experience that I think will be hard to rival.
The fundamental thing that I will miss more than anything, I got to go to work with absolute friends and make friendships that I will carry the rest of time.
TV is one of those jobs where when you're in production, it's kind of unlike many others because it's so intense.
Doing a late night show is like sprinting a marathon. It is exhausting and it is like never ending.
You're working with people all hours of the day, every day for so many years. So it's obviously very sad and to say goodbye to all these people because it's been such a family for so long.
We're not leaving today. We still have a year to go, and we are all determined to make this the best year we have ever had making this show. We are going to go out with a bang. There's going to be carpools and crosswalks and sketches.
I think as we're coming to the end of the show, it's hard to believe that we're here already.
But I think it's really, really important how things end. I think it's really important that things end in the manner that they began.
48 shows to go. Which is quite frightening when you think of it like that. So I guess it's just how do we make sure that these last 48 shows are like the best ones we do, and we just do everything that we can do to make these shows as memorable as they possibly can be.
That's what today's about, a way to be away from the studio and to really just put these brilliant minds together and think about what we can do.
James has done a lot of things that Tom Cruise likes, like jumping out of planes and all that stuff, so this would be James is making Tom Cruise do a musical.
You, my boy, are in the theatre.
James would integrate Tom Cruise into the musical, make him do like a tap number.
Well, there is something really funny in the theory of that. I've done loads of that you like. I've jumped out of planes, I've done this, I've ridden, I've done this, I've done that. Now it's time for you to do stuff that I like, and it's like all festive stuff.
We will perform live in The Lion King.
It's just crazy. I mean, you have Maverick standing there, like, giving you 2 days to shoot a Lion King thing.
Hakuna Matata. When I was a young one, ooh,
Tom Cruise is someone who pushes us to be the best that we can because he wants everything to be as good as it can be.
It is time for our last adventure together, and I have a challenge for you.
And so Tom Cruise can go, there's really no need for us to be friends after you finish this.
You look me in the eyes and tell me I'm wrong. When Mission Impossible 17 comes out, you're not gonna think of me. You're not gonna think of me. You're gonna be off base jumping with Bo and Yang.
It is great writing, guys.
He's one of the stars that puts so much into it that it really makes everyone be on top of their game, and we want to be the best we can for him, and he's the best he can be for us.
You all have brought so much joy to so many people. You're so enormously talented, and I always have an incredible time. And I'm telling you, this is not the end of our creative relationship.
He's amazing. I mean, he's amazing.
I love you, Tom.
So we should also think about some of our like classic bits. Carpool, and be like, who haven't we done yet? As we'll do Bad Bunny, we'll do Little Nas X.
James, is there a crosswalk you want to do before it ends?
Singing in the Rain.
We're looking at the thing you suggested the other day.
Good, that's good. Rain is Hollywood. Yeah, it's about Hollywood.
Just singing in the cars, go, go!
Crosswalk is one of our biggest and most ambitious pieces that we do. When it first started, it was an idea by our co-head writer Ian Carmel, which was, let's just put on a show on the Crosswalk.
Crosswalk started as like a small production. It was like James, a few other actors, leather jackets, and like not a whole lot of props.
And over the years, it's evolved, and we've had stars such as Will Smith and the cast of Beauty and the Beast and Idina Menzel running out onto the Crosswalk, singing songs in front of actual traffic and then running off a crosswalk.
It's insane. We flew to Paris and did it. We've done it in New York, London. Like, it's become like a gigantic bit.
It's funny and big and ambitious and everything we've tried to do. And it's so much fun to produce.
It is the final Crosswalk.
The joy we have had here, making magic, pushing the envelope, it's just been a dream come true, and I'm so thankful for James Corden and your huge vision and the entire team.
The sketch would be you go home, there's no one there, lights are all off, it's all a bit eerie. Suddenly a light turns on.
Oh my God!
Hello, James.
Seth, what are you doing here?
We're here to tell you, you can't just leave a talk show.
Another light goes on.
We? James.
And then what follows is like a grilling about leaving late night.
If we're gonna let you leave, we need to know you'll keep our sacred secrets.
And then what do you know? You know that we don't actually read the books. You know that
all of that.
we know that we've never watched any of the movies. You know that we don't find any of the jokes funny.
The fake laugh we all have for when a guest tells a story that isn't funny.
Maybe they cut off a finger. So we could like have as many as we wanted in that sketch.
Sort of the light popping on and dark, because you can shoot them all over the place.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
God did speak to me and he told me I don't need to be in this bit.
It's essentially like the sketch we did on episode 1, where James is like learning how to be a late night host from Jay Leno.
Have you got what it takes? Probably not.
But it's the end of it. Now you're leaving, this is what happens to you.
It has been an honor to share this time slot with you for the last 8 years. You have done so many inventive things with this format that nobody did before, and you're really going to be missed. It was great having you in this family.
I always liked this song you did at the end of episode 1.
Yes.
And I think that might also be an effective, sweet way of ending the 12:37 version of our show on our last day.
My name is James Corden, and tonight 2 dreams came true. To look like I can play piano and to host this show for you. So good night. Thanks for watching. That's our show.
Feels a bit like, you know, when you watch those like slow motion videos of a crash test dummy, where you absolutely know what's coming, but it's still like 25 shows away or whatever. So like the dummy's just sort of going like this, and you're like, oh, you're about to have a real impact. Something's coming. It's coming. It just takes ages before their face, like, and then suddenly they just go. It feels like that. You're like strapped in, looking at everyone you love, and you're driving the car. That's how it feels.
I'm really, really just trying to keep it together, realize what a privilege it is to say goodbye in the manner that we are right now.
I'm really proud that we went 100% for the entire run of this show. From day one, starting with Tom Hanks doing roll call, to you know, the very last show where we have Tom Cruise doing The Lion King, it has been 100 miles an hour.
I think the last show will say it all. It will be exactly like the first. It will be entertaining, joyful, and everything